check. Live chat's going. Live chat's going. How y'all doing this morning? All kind of notification. What's up, D? Get a one in the comment if the sound coming in okay. You can hear what's going on pretty well. Clyde, what's up, bro? I see you, man. I gotta go watch the video, man. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, as far as YouTube content, I don't watch that much. I really don't. I don't watch that much, but I watch a lot of stuff dealing with engineering, um global trends, um firearm. I don't watch that much trucking stuff because I do this. Like, it good to get it, but I be doing this and I be in the midst of doing it, and to watch what you do sometimes, especially if you do it pretty well, it get redundant. So like certain stuff, I'ma watch that. I saw where you fired your dispatch. Congratulations, Clark. Congratulations on that. That's one of the biggest steps I tell people that you can actually make into being in a position where you can do the two things I think is most important in this business is to figure out how to maintain a profit, and above all else, as much as possible, maintain control. And with those two things right there, you could grow a successful business. And like, I ain't gonna even say a dispatcher is the worst thing in the world. I say a underperforming dispatcher is a debilitating thing to your business because of two things. And I know this is not what the video is about, but I'm gonna say this: underperforming individual that dispatches for you is more detrimental than you yourself actually being not such a good dispatcher or not so good at moving the truck yet. It's actually worse to have a person that you're employing. See, this is what we gotta say. These people work for you in a capacity where it's commission based upon what they move and what you move most of the time. But you still gotta understand that you might be signing up with a dispatcher, but that dispatcher getting paid from what you do. They get paid from you, i.e., they work for you. So if they're not working for you, why are they working for you? Let that sit in. If they're not working for you, why are they working for you? That go for a lot of stuff. A lot of people got not so good insurance agents. You ask them to do stuff, they don't do it. They might do it in not so timely fashion. But at the end of the day, your premium that you pay through that agency, they get a percentage of it, and hey, that helps keep the doors open at that agency. So therefore, they work for you. So I want everybody to stop thinking like an employee, and that's part of what this video is going to be about. Um, you can't think about it like you work for somebody, because at the end of the day, this video is about the things that you have to understand about this, as opposed to your other job. Ain't nobody to call. It besides a few FMCSA handbooks and a couple other pieces of literature, it ain't a whole lot of people you can just call either. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna shoot it to you straight. Let me get this light right. Shade it off right quick. That was getting a little drastic. Yeah, it will hurt my eye in the camera. That a little better. 'Cause it's dull and bright out here. But if you can hear me, throw one in the comment. Coming in pretty well. One of the easiest things to get complacent in life about excuse me, is the availability of quick help. Like over the years, like just from my education in most places in America, if you're from America, I think you've been on the line if you're from America, but if you're from America, you know that as a whole, the country was pretty much programming us through the education system to be some really good workers. And the teamwork making the dream work. And that still holds true when you work for yourself. It is a team effort at the end of the day, but I must not benign the fact that at the end of the day, when you walk in the door at home or you check your mailbox before you walk up the driveway, all them bills that associated with this stuff gonna come in your name and not the team. Ain't no team. You are the team. I am the motherfucking team. If don't nobody get up and go to work tomorrow, get what? Monday, get what? I am the team. I will be in a truck and pull through and do whatever got to be done to make it happen. So this is one of the things you got to understand about this job. By you being the team, there is no collective effort that's gonna be made to save your ass in most cases. Ain't nobody finna come through and just drop another $5,000 or $10,000 without giving you some interest behind it to help you make it through the rough time. Is the signal coming through pretty good? Y'all let me know what it looking like and sounding like. I'm just gonna go through a couple of things to just put it on your mind if you're about to start. If you're about to start, and this is especially for the non-CDL hotshot guy, cause like me, everybody want to be a non-CDL hotshot guy because it seems like you can make some good money and it might take a little less money because it's a smaller truck, and it might take a little less credentials. You might have to do a little less in preparation for personal wise and credentials and things like that to get into it. It seems like an easier way to start. And I tell you this, in some aspects of the way, yeah, it's an easier way to start. But I say this, in the grand scheme of things, it's a way to get your foot in the door, get started. But even though you're doing non-CDL work, I still advise people to go get their CDL. And people be like, well, I ain't gonna need it. That's an extra expense. I gotta go to school. I gotta pay money. I gotta start working even earlier. I either gotta do it at night, and I don't know too many people that do it like this. So Jonathan, why are you telling me? What's up, White Frank? Why are you telling me that before I start doing non-CDL work, I need to go get a CDL? That's the whole point. I don't want to get no CDL. I want to give me a 25. Then I might have some health issues. I might have stuff I'm doing I'm supposed to be doing, man. I don't want to go get no CDL. Well, I'm saying like this. If you're going to be in the trucking game for an extended period of time, my best advice to people is before you start, there's a few things that you need to have yourself prepared to do. And we're going to be real for a minute. And we're going to break it a little bit down. I know it's exactly three things that you need to be prepared to do when you get ready to start this. One, stop worrying about what everybody else doing and concentrate on what you gotta do. There's one thing you gotta learn to do before you even start this. Don't worry about what everybody else talking about you gotta do. You do the research because you're gonna suffer the consequences if this ain't done correctly. You do the research. Get with some reputable people. Cause there's a whole lot of people that do this. You see them do this. Get what? Even on YouTube, you see them do this. And they got truck, trailer, name on side and everything. And they partnered up with people because they couldn't do it on their own. They had to sell part of their company to get with people. Then a lot of people that you see on YouTube don't truly work for themselves. And ain't nothing wrong with being an owner operator, especially because they make good money. Ain't nothing wrong with being an owner operator. But you got people that don't own no company, don't know how to back off at work that tell you how to do trucking. My little son, I'm gonna lie. Yeah, but you have people that actually don't know the point A to point Z dealings of a trucking company. They'll tell you how to try to run one. You know what I'm saying? So, first thing and foremost, you gotta understand, ain't nobody to call, ain't nobody but you. It's all on you. You gotta make sure this stuff is correct and paperwork move the truck. Credentials, paper, pieces of plastic, medical card, insurance card, all this stuff will really move the truck. So understand that first. It ain't just you. I'm finna go out here and drive. And if you're already out here driving, you ain't got no credentials, you ain't got nothing on the side of your truck, you ain't got no insurance, and you just like saying, I'm gonna do this till I can get my shit together and then I'm gonna get legit. Please stop doing that shit for somebody to catch you or something bad happen and it be a problem. I'm talking about $1 million, few $1 million problem. Stop it. Okay. Second thing you gotta understand before you even start this, like I said, it's advantageous for you to go ahead and do certain things ahead of time if it's possible. Just because, like I said, with the CDL, to come out non-CDL and to actually get in a commercial vehicle with your non-CDL vehicle is a commercial vehicle. And this is something I need to explain. A lot of people think that just because it's a pickup truck and it's not a dually and you got a single tandem trailer on there and you can do 26,000 gross vehicle weight, that it's not a commercial vehicle, but it is. By definition, a commercial vehicle is any vehicle that gross vehicle weight weighted for 10,001 pounds in or out of combination. So when you hook that trailer, it became a commercial vehicle in combination. At the point of 26,001 pounds, now you need a commercial driver license to operate that vehicle. So there's a threshold where you need the license, but under the law, it's a commercial vehicle. It's regulated by the FLCSA. Hence why people with white vans that rated for 16K have to log it, even though it's a van, it's a box truck, it's a sprinter, it's a da da da. If it rated over 10,000 pounds, they got a log book, or they supposed to have one. So to get into a commercial vehicle doing commercial for hire work without a commercial driver license looks a little more suspect to the people known as the insurance company. See, I'm going with this. The insurance company said, hey, this person is finna engage in federal interstate commerce. This person finna invest a few $100,000 in some equipment to do transport across state lines on a commercial level, and he the only employee, the only driver, and he ain't got no commercial license. Well, we're insuring. We just gonna try like 22, 25,000 for the first year if he lucky. What's up, Johnny? What's up, baby? Good to see you, man. Um, and like I said, we just gonna hit him like that 35. My boy, they called him out down there in Florida. They want 80 bands. I said 80 bands for the year, first year. That hard right there, man. That tough right there. They want that goo wop as a down payment. But that neither here nor there. But you gotta understand, to make your bid and make yourself less of a risk factor and look more presentable to people that you're gonna have to deal with without a choice. You ain't got no choice. You gotta get that $1 million worth of insurance. You gotta get that $100,000 worth of cargo, and you gotta pay it on time every time, or they're gonna cut it off. And as soon as they cut it off, your MC number goes inactive, because I told you the paperwork moved the truck. It ain't about what you talking about and how clean your truck is. It's about how your paperwork in order. A lot of time. And the number one reason, which is a combination of the reasons I just said about the CDL, was I tell people go on get it. I tell people go ahead and get it, especially in consultation now, because I done did it both ways. I did non-CDL, I did CDL, all that. Yeah. One thing you don't want to do in anything in life. I don't care if it's a football game. I don't care if it's your business. I don't care if it's your good times with your love life. And da, 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 da. One thing you don't want to do is kill the momentum. You feel me?
sure.
You don't want to kill the momentum. Like if you having a good run, you'll be playing a football game and them guys are faking injury and had the whole game come to a pause and it'd be like a timeout for them. And they be on the ground faking the injury just to break the momentum. You don't want to be in the midst of moving around as a non-CDL hot shot, probably got your first good direct customer. You in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. You making a check, you getting it good, and it all of a sudden hits you because your customer asked you to carry something one day. You had to tell them no because it was a little too heavy, just a little too heavy and you couldn't carry. So you was like, I'm gonna get a bigger truck. I'm gonna get a bigger trailer. I think I'm gonna service this customer in a better way. You know what I'm saying? And I drive the bigger one, or I put somebody in the bigger one, and I do the smaller one, or I do the smaller one and let somebody else do the bigger one. Either way. Or you could just get a bigger truck to replace the smaller truck right there. So now I need to go get my CDL. Well, what I don't want you to do is break the momentum and break the trust that you have with your direct customer at that point in time by skipping out on him and having to miss loads because you're being educated about something you're supposed to already probably know how to do, and that's operate a commercial vehicle if you move a commercial freight. Mistake I made, I ain't gonna say mistake. It was a building process and a learning thing. And then I say this like this: if I didn't have my ducks completely in a row and just jumped in it sideways and did a few things, but I still would have went non CDL with a CDL and moved on up. But at the same time, if I had did that and just jumped head first in and not knowing anything, I probably would have failed. So like I said, with the first thing I told you guys, don't listen to other people. You gotta surround yourself with the right people, get the right information, do your own research, and let that be your guide. Forget what Billy Bob and Jimmy Joe and Junior them around there on the block them said about it, cause they cousin got that dually. He run them cars. He keep them cars on there. Well, yeah, but they don't know how them cars end up on there. Who made them cars get on there? And how it's legal for those cars to be on there and insured properly and all that stuff. They can't tell you that. So that stuff you had to research yourself. So, all right, not breaking the momentum, not breaking your stride. That's a big part of it. But the other flip side of it is, even in a bad situation, there's a way that CDL can really make a silver lining to a terrible situation. I'm gonna give you a scenario, and y'all tell me if you can understand what I'm going with this. All right, you got non-CDL load, you got your CDL in your pocket. Even though your truck is not gross vehicle rated for anything more than 26,000 pounds, you have in combination all together when you come across the scale, you weigh 27,000 pounds. And they don't give you no leeway on it. They real for real about it today. They gonna come out there and do you, right? Normally, what would happen, besides the fact that they finna make you disconnect because the truck ain't meant to pull that, and the combination on the license plate is 26,000 pounds, and you over there, so you're gonna have to unhook that trailer because you can't move weight and make it weigh less. You can just take weight off and make it weigh less. So they'll give you the option to take it off, but where you gonna leave it? You seen the clown do that in a video one time. He left spare tires and these folk dumpsters, all type of stuff, trying to get underweight because you out here clowning. But what a CDL would have did in that case, you still would be overweight. You still would have to unhook. But what's gonna happen? What's up, Tender? But what's gonna happen with the law enforcement officer when they write your violation gonna be a little bit different and a little bit better on you. What's gonna happen is instead of him writing the overweight, the operating commercial vehicle without a license, because get what? Once you went over the threshold of the weight, you needed a commercial vehicle to driver license to pilot that vehicle at that time. Being 27,000 pounds, you needed that license. So he caught you. He caught you. You got caught at 27. You like, I just unhooked. Yep. And he's still gonna write that ticket because he caught you and let you unhook, but you was gonna proceed to go where you was going if he hadn't caught you at 27,000 pounds. So he caught you. So when they catch you, they spank you a little bit, and they do it with that ink pen and that typewriter, that paper, and they come out with that violation, and that money start falling out, evaporating out your pocket. So get what? Instead of getting it operating a commercial vehicle without a CDL, which is a low class misdemeanor, you gotta unhook that truck, leave that load right there. Somebody with a CDL, with a truck that can pull it, gotta come back and get it. Now that somebody could be you if you got a license. It's just the truck can't pull it. The truck is the problem, not the driver. The truck the problem. Because it ain't registered to pull more than a certain amount of weight, and in combination, you was over. So the truck is the problem because the paperwork on the truck ain't right. If you had a portion tag and you had the amount of weight they wanted, basically gave them the amount of money to ride on their road, you'd be good with your commercial driving license. But since you're non-CDL and you only gave them just enough money to ride 26,000 pounds, and you 27, and you don't have an overweight permit or a reason to get one, because the state ain't gonna write you no overweight permit. They're gonna tell you get a CDL and get a better truck. That ain't 80,000 pounds. That ain't 81,000 pounds. That ain't 85,000. That's 27,000 pounds. So get what? You look real bad right now. Your insurance company see it too. So if you get where I'm going with this, you'll understand where that situation is a little bit better, where you can actually go borrow a friend's dually and come back and hook up to that truck, finish your run and everything. Or you could call somebody and get a load away and say, hey man, I'll give you the rest of the money to come get that thing because I ain't got no lights. I can't pull it. You gotta do it with your truck. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference between giving a load away or being able to fix a problem just by having a little piece of plastic. You know what I'm saying? And avoiding a nice side ticket for operating, commercial weighted vehicle without a commercial license. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of places, depending on how reckless you are, like I've seen people have the no CDL thing on there mixed with the no logbook thing on there. Dude ask the officer what logbook. Bro got pulled over in St. Louis, and I ain't calling no name. Bro got pulled over in St. Louis and had no CDL. They were teen driving in a hot shot. He was faking like he was doing the logbook. It was on paper, not on e-log. And when they pulled him in the scale, he ain't had no CDL, but the trailer was a dual tandem that was rated for rated for 22,000 pounds, and the truck was rated for 10. One guy had a CDL, but this guy didn't, so that was about 6 different things. And when I was asking for the logbook, we said, logbook? What logbook, bro? Was immediately like, hey, step on out the truck. Step on out the truck. They locked him up. My homeboy had to bond him out and send him a bus ticket to get him home, but they locked him up that day. Your ass can go to jail for this stuff, bro. And like at the same time, I don't like people just to devalue or underestimate or try and take away from the gravity of the situation that goes on when you do stuff from state to state to state to state. You just made everything you doing federal. So you might want perhaps be mindful of the paperwork and the paperwork associated with you in the truck being in order. So, like I said, I do consultations for stuff like this and in the business planning in the time, thank you. In the time where it's really contemplation, they're gonna rule the nation. And your preparedness when you come out, it gonna Hey, that man said, "What's up, John? I so got on me, boy, pointed and everything. Stop playing with me, Flip. Hey, stop playing with me, man. Hey, never lacking. What is the do the never lacking series? Don't get caught slipping. Oh, but at the same time, hey y'all, I'm gonna cut this off. I'm finna get out of here. I gotta go home, man. I've been out here with y'all. I gotta go home. But I enjoyed y'all. I'm gonna do some more videos. I just don't do a lot of video while I'm doing the shadowing, and that's what been going on. We had a few people come through with the shadowing program, did the week with me. I feel like they were blessed. Everybody left with money on the truck. I don't think what we had. We had my boy A from Seattle, Anthony. Shout out Anthony. What's up, my dog? Went back with him, some money on the trailer. Did damn good getting back up there. Oh yeah, we won 42-7, round two. Go dog, go to Corrier. Your mama done shout you out. Hey, yay right there, y'all. Man, them folk trying to win a state championship 6A football in Mississippi, y'all, for real. They just won last night, like, what it was, 42-7? 42-7, man. Nail biter. Bruh. Hey, what's up, Braga? You in there, ain't it, man? He said once I land this step there, he next in there. Hey, I'll be looking forward to it. But yeah, I don't do a lot of video when people be here because it's a personal experience. See, a lot of this stuff, man, and I'm gonna leave with this. A lot of stuff that come out in the shadowing system, consultations and stuff ain't the most comfortable stuff that come out, man. Like, they real, like, they life. There's some real life change stuff I be doing with people. And you get to come to some realizations about some stuff that might not be the most pleasant realizations about how you might have been currently conducting business or in the past conducting business in ways that weren't quite as productive as they needed to be, and they some kind of rude awakenings, and it kind of light a fire under most people to take hold of what I'm saying, look at it, know this math don't fail. This some ridiculous. When I tell you I'm ridiculous, I'm telling Kanisa with this shit, y'all. For real, I need an auditorium. I need to get a goddamn me arena full of y'all. For real, they ain't understand it. This shit is, man, it recession proof. The procedure and the system, you can't mess up. You can't mess it up. Only way you mess it up, you don't stand on what you said. And by the time you realize what been happening to you, especially you been in the industry long enough to where you realize you need to make a real serious change about some stuff. When you realize what been happening to you, I bet it light a fire up on the more people, but and they just realize, man, my way can't be the way I be seeing some improvement. I gotta see what's going on. Let me see what this dude talking about. Oh shit, this dude that broke the mold. He done broke the code. This nigga got the motherfucking blueprint. What wrong with this dude? Why he ain't got 100 trucks? I don't want 100 trucks. I know how to get some money. I'm show you how to maximize one and do it over and over and over again. But that cool. You can do it how many times you want to. I'm gonna show y'all how to do this stuff, diversify and dip yourself in damn near every avenue of trucking. For real. 2, 3 truck, 4 truck, 5 truck. And 10 at the most. I'm talking that for real. Like, I ain't got no goal to have no big old fleet of truck. I got a goal to make truck and pay for everything I ever wanted to do in my life. That's my goal. Y'all ain't understand. This shit ain't about no truck, it about the money. You better understand. Man, get the fuck out of here. Hey, I'm finna go. I'm finna go. I ain't finna stay. This shit ain't about no truck. This shit about the money. It's crazy. It's crazy. Get my ass on being on stock. Trying to get rich.